What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I apologize for the tardiness in advance on this Lamar Jackson situation. I know that it was kind of a few days ago that this was all kind of going down, but I did want to talk about it, and I was a little bit busy the last few days. Like I said, my first grade midterms have been pretty crazy, so I've just been focusing on studying those. But I do want to talk about this Lamar Jackson situation with his contract, with what's going on with everything like that. So, first thing I want to say, for those of you who don't know, Lamar Jackson Ravens have been in a long dispute about his contract extension. He wants a lot of guaranteed money. The Ravens don't want to give him a lot of guaranteed money, is essentially how that boils down to. And he was set to become a free agent this offseason, but the Ravens put the non exclusive franchise tag on him, which basically means that if another team wants to come in and give Lamar Jackson an offer, the Ravens can match that offer. And if they match the offer, he has to sign with the Ravens. But if another team gives Lamar an offer that the Ravens do not want to match, the Ravens will get 2 first round picks in return for Lamar Jackson signing with that other team. Okay? So the problem here is that it seems as though as soon as that tag was applied to our boy Lamar Jackson, every team became disinterested, right? Um, it's kind of like, on your dating profile, when you see a girl who put her astrology sign, you just immediately become disinterested, swipe on to the next one. So they just immediately became disinterested in anything with Lamar, and that was pretty precarious to me. We're talking about a guy who's 26 years old, he's in his prime. He's a former league MVP, and he's receiving little to no interest. And don't get me wrong, we have our fair share of quarterback needy teams in the NFL, and they all seem to be turning a blind eye to Lamar Jackson, which is quite interesting. I think the reason a lot of people have been talking about collusion. I think collusion's a strong word, and I think modern sports leagues have a lot of measures against collusion. So I don't know if collusion is the correct terminology here. I think the correct terminology here is maybe greed. Because let's back up for a second, right? Lamar Jackson wants all his guaranteed money. And the reason he thinks he can get all of this guaranteed money was because Deshaun Watson got a lot of guaranteed money. He got $230 million guaranteed by the Browns last offseason, right? So, for those of you who don't know how guarantees work, they do not count against the salary or the salary cap or anything like that. A little bit. But guarantees come straight out of the owner's pockets, right? So if you sign a contract for $10 million guaranteed, at signing or signing bonus or anything like that, the owner's paying that up front, right? So Jimmy Haslam, the owner for the Cleveland Browns, gave Deshaun Watson all the guaranteed money in the world. And, other quarterbacks who are less problematic, which is everyone, but who are better quarterbacks, now want all that guaranteed money. So I think owners seeing that Deshaun deal, A, are pissed off at Jimmy Haslam, like just a giant middle finger to that guy. But B, they don't want that to be the president, and they don't want all this guaranteed money to just be guaranteed to people because they don't want to put down that kind of dough, if you feel what I'm saying, right? So if Deshaun got a big deal last offseason with a lot of guarantees, and then this offseason, the Lamar got a big deal with a lot of guarantees, then maybe Joe Burrow's going to get a lot of guarantees, and Justin Herbert, and and it's just going to keep going and going and going, and eventually we're heading towards an all guaranteed kind of salary situation, which the owners don't want because the owners don't want to put down all that money. You kind of get what I'm saying. So it's a very interesting scenario. The Ravens, I will say, kind of, I don't want to say they pulled a masterclass move here, but basically by putting that tag on them, they're like, "Hey, Lamar, we're gonna let you see like what your value is," and immediately it was just nothing, right? Which is kind of sad to me, but um, the Ravens, I think, are now going to get Lamar at a discount to what they would have if they had agreed to his terms. One other snippet I want to cover here. Lamar Jackson does not have an agent. His agent is him and his mom. And listen, I love my mom as much as the next guy. I do. I would not want her representing me in any kind of negotiating deal. And that's not because she's dumb. That's not because, she wouldn't have done her research on this. But when you have an agent, you have kind of two benefits. A, you have somebody whose literal living is knowing all of the nuances, all of the loopholes, everything about contract situations. They know how to negotiate. They've talked to teams, all of that. A. B, and this is a point that I heard on Twitter be brought up. When you have an agent, right? That agent 99% of the time has other clients. So if a team offends that agent and pisses off that agent, they're not only pissing off the player, they're pissing off essentially the other clients that he has. So you have to be careful. So you can't, you can't really give him disrespectful offers, and you can't negotiate in good faith. You can't not negotiate in good faith, etc., because then you're affecting your chances with said other clients, right? That's just not a, those 2 points I just made do not exist with Lamar Jackson and his mom. Lamar, I'm sure again, I'm sure she's a very smart lady. I'm sure she's done as much research as she can, but she's not an agent, right? And who teams the Ravens probably don't care if they piss off Lamar's mom, because Lamar's mom is not representing anybody other than Lamar, right? So there's two kind of angles there to where having his mother as his agent is kind of a, I think it's a bad thing for him. I think he really should hire an agent, or he should have hired an agent. Unfortunately, I think they take about 3%. He's going to make you more than the 3% that you're making right now. But whatever. So Lamar is currently on the non-exclusive franchise tag. He's going to play with the Ravens. He's going to play this year. I think next year, we're going to probably go through the same thing about Lamar's contract situation. He's going to be a year older, but still 27, still, young. And then we're going to see kind of if he could stay healthy, if he can maintain his high level of play. All of those things we're going to see. So I'm asking you guys, like, what do you guys think about this Lamar situation? I think the Ravens I think he deserves money, but I think the Ravens, if you want to save money, I think the Ravens did the right thing to non-exclusive tag him. But Lamar, I still agree with Lamar. Like, he deserves his money. So let me know what you guys think about this Lamar Jackson situation. I'm sure we'll be covering it more. If other teams peak in their interest, we'll be covering it more. So let me know what you guys think down below, and hope you have a good rest of your day.